let's look at the text to columns function here. Sometimes we'll get a data set and we'll have something like we have, we'll encounter something like we have here in the first column here. And this is, well, it's called an R code, which has an area and salesperson, sales manager, and customer code in there, and it's all mashed into one. A lot of times companies will do this because it's an output from a computer program, or they'll code the thing in there. A lot of times we run into numbers that are coded. In fact, things like your social security number are in fact coded. It isn't just a serial number. There's actual meaning to some of the columns. And so what we want to do is unpack or parse this R code column. So the way we do that is first we select all that data, not the header, don't include that, but all the rest of the data. And then so we select all that. We do a copy. You can either do a Control C or right click and copy it. Create a new sheet. Paste it into starting in A1. So you do Control V for paste it in there, or paste it in as a column. So there you have the data in a column. Now, what we want to do here is go to the Data tab and then click on Text to Columns. And here we have two choices. One is delimited. Sometimes we'll have a comma or a tab or a space that it separates the data. And so if that's the case, then you just leave it on delimited. For our case, however, they are all fixed width. We don't have commas or tabs or something like that. So we click on fixed width. We click on next. And then what we do is we click on, we have columns up here and little marks that designate columns. And I know that this data has, the first is the region, and it has 2 letters in it. So I click on the second kind of hash mark there, and you'll see that it put a line in between the second and the third column. I also know that the next one ought to be 3 wide, and so I click here, and so you can see it put another line. The next one is the sales manager, and that's 1 wide. And so I've created basically I've asked the computer to create 4 columns for me based on those particular widths. I click next, and it asked me what the format is. General is fine. I'm just going to click finish. And there on this page, you can see how it automatically unpacked that. And now I can use say VLOOKUP or some other thing to determine, put names in there for the BO1 and the 2 and so forth. I would also, of course, go up here and put, insert a column and put headers in here like region and so forth. So that's how you use the text to column function.